the album of the week from Ellie Goulding. Final play from that. Kelly Jones from Stereophonics has his last 2 tracks of my years. Going to give you a sneak preview of next week's record of the week. It was released at midnight last night. I'll have the first play of it anywhere on Radio 2 in the next hour of the show. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 11 o'clock. This is Mike Powell. The 21-year-old US airman is expected to appear in a Boston court today, charged with the unauthorised removal and transmission of classified information. Jack Teixeira was arrested by the FBI yesterday at his family home in rural Massachusetts. He's been identified as the leader of an online chat group where the documents, including assessments of the war in Ukraine, first emerged. Our North American correspondent Barbara Plett-Usher explains how he could have obtained the papers.
He was helping provide tech support for the Air Force's global communications network, and according to officials in that capacity, he probably had access to the computer network for classified information, so he could potentially read and print out records. It does seem that thousands of military personnel and government employees could plausibly get access to such information. They are kind of like daily briefings presented to government and military leaders, and they get them by email and they forward them on.
Leaders of the RMT Rail Union are considering the latest offer from train companies aimed at resolving the long-running dispute over jobs, pay and conditions. The move by the Rail Delivery Group follows weeks of talks to break the deadlock and end a series of strikes stretching back to last summer. Police in Liverpool are investigating after a man was killed by a suspected stolen car, which then smashed into a house. Claire Runnickers has the details.
Just after 9 last night, emergency services were called to a car which had crashed into a house in the Netherton area of Liverpool. When they arrived, they discovered a pedestrian in his 60s had been hit. Paramedics attended, but the man was pronounced dead. Merseyside police believe the dark BMW involved in the incident may have been stolen in a burglary. Its driver left the scene on foot. Officers are trying to identify him and have appealed for information from the public.
Police say a body has been found in the search for a man who went missing on Ben Louis in the Southern Highlands. 33-year-old Patrick Monroe went missing last Thursday after setting off from a campsite in Tyne Drum. Doctors in the UK are warning that a small number of people are at risk from serious allergies triggered by some gel nail polishes. Chemicals called acrylates can pass through the skin, creating a lasting sensitivity. It means that certain medical procedures, such as joint replacements that use acrylates, can no longer be carried out. Danny Hill is the founder of the US company Gelish. He says the issue is down to unregulated online traders.
The biggest factor there on the e-commerce sites is they don't regulate on the chemicals that they're selling to people. The people that sell online, they're not responsible for anything. It's the guy selling it, which basically once there's a problem, you never hear from those people again.
The Electoral Commission says almost a quarter of people still do not know that photo ID will be required to vote in the upcoming local elections. For the first time, everyone voting in person in England on the 4th of May will need to prove who they are. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 11.
Gary Davis.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds app.
Woo, Gary Davis. Woo, Gary Davis. Gary Davis on your radio.